You know when you go to the cinema and I go with my 3 kids, right? And I buy a ticket, then I go to the kiosk to get the food, right? Get some food, get some snacks and stuff. And there's that moment, isn't there, where you think, what happened there? How did you do that? How do you... They've all got popcorn and I've got no money. How do you do it? It's so clever, you know? Now, recently I spent like nearly 16 quid on popcorn. That's 16 quid on popcorn. If you went out, right, to a supermarket and bought £16 worth of popcorn and cooked it up, it would fill up this fucking room. How do you do that? So what I do is I smuggle my own food in now. It's quite tricky with popcorn. I have to wear a false beard. I just sort of hide it throughout the beard. Give it to my kids during the film. I dress up as a Hasidic rabbi. The other day, I smuggled a barbecue in disguised as a wheelchair. Yeah. I dismantled it like an assassin's rifle. Sent it up there. Very clever what I did is I put sunglasses and a blanket over a rack of lamb. I said, it's my nana, she's not feeling well, don't charge her. But I got this theory. This theory is this. My theory is this is the price of the cinema food. I think that's the reason people are so comfortable littering in cinemas. You know? It's incredible the amount of litter you get in cinemas. And people you know would never normally consider littering. In the cinema, they just think, fuck it. You clear it. You know? You know, they've paid so much. I'm like, fucking... You see people, you know, people you know would never normally litter, you know, outside. They don't even think about it. You see them finish a drink, they just go... Popcorn. The lights come out, the place looks like a landfill site. Sometimes I get my money's worth, I drag a couple of old mattresses with me. Back a van up to the fire exit, come on. The bike frame and the car battery, please. And it's fine if you're watching a film like Alvin and the Chipmunks, The Squeakquel. Because it goes with the mood of the film, because they're messy little maverick characters, aren't they, chipmunks? You know, they don't really care, they just cause chaos, you know. Very good film, by the way, if you ever get a chance to see it. It is a genuine recommendation. Can't recommend it too highly. I think it's on Netflix. It's a really good film. Alvin and the Chipmunks, The Squeakquel. So that's, you know... The rest of the franchise, I don't think it's really up to it, but that particular one... No, I'm serious. I'm just... You know, people say to you, oh, what's a good film? You know, when I'm going through Netflix, oh, Christ, you know... That's a really good one. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. In fact, I go as far as to say, I think it's an important film. No, honestly, because at the start of that film, you're sitting there watching that film, you're thinking, hang on a sec, there's no way this chipmunk group are going to win this band competition and save the high school. That's just crazy. Why are you even filming this story? It's going to end in frustration, depression, sadness, and the loss of a valuable local educational resource. Why would they jeopardise such an important institution with a band competition? You know, surely this is just... I mean, Alvin's gone off for a solo career. He's the only one with any talent in the group. The other two were always passengers. You can tell that. I'm just sitting there thinking, I don't want to see this unfold. This isn't why I've come out with my children. I don't want some kind of harrowing spectacle of failure and disappointment. 10 minutes before the band competition's about to start, 2 of them are tied up in a cupboard. I was just thinking, oh, Christ. Why can't we have something else, a different story or something, you know? But I don't know. Somehow... those little fellas, they pull together and they bloody do it. I came out of that cinema. I was literally walking on sunshine. I thought, if they could do that, anything's possible. So like I said, it's fine in a film like that. But if you're going to see a more serious film, you know, maybe an Eastern European art house film. It's all shot in black and white, subtitles, just lots of long, lingering shots of bleak landscapes. Very slow, very depressing downbeat. It's just hardly any story, you know, those sort of films, you know, just about two brothers who don't get on. They never go on, they've got nothing in common. But they're forced to deal with each other when they move back home to care for their dying mother. And it's pretty grim and bleak. And eventually she passes away and they're clearing out her house. And they realise this may be the last time they ever set eyes on each other, when they stumble across her designs for a talking car, right? You know those sort of films, you've seen them. Because that's a subplot of the film, is that the mother was a car designer, but she suffered a lot of chauvinism and sexism from the car industry, because they wouldn't take a woman's car design seriously, you know? And that ate away at her and ultimately killed her. And that's dealt with very carefully in flashbacks. So, you know, lots of people go... Anyway, we've all seen films like that, yeah. And so they decide to put aside their differences, right? They've decided to put aside their differences and build the talking car that she always dreamt of. And it's a rare uplifting moment into what has been a bleak cinematic experience. So they start working on the talking car, right? But who should turn up but their dad? Oh, he turns up. The one that abandoned them 35 years ago. He turns up, obviously looking for a few quid, with his boyfriend. Yes. A one-armed juggler. He's a one-armed juggler from Pakistan. He's a Pakistani one-armed juggler. And also he's got a twitch like that. But it's more of a lurch, actually, which makes the juggling more impressive. You go, Christ, how does he manage to juggle and lurch in the other direction? And he's got a foul-mouthed parrot. The filth that comes out of this parrot's mouth 24/7, it's unbelievable. Just shit, bollocks, wank, fuck, just endless filth spews out of this parrot's mouth. Mostly words the parrot picked up when his owner was learning to juggle, right? So anyway, the brothers are working on the talking car, and the dad and the boyfriend have just met, so they don't really see much of each other, because the dad and boyfriend, it's young love, basically, so they're at it, hammer and tongs in the main bedroom. But it's all very tastefully shot, no close-ups, just a glass of water quivering on a sideboard.